Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Guys, in today's video, I'm gonna share with you some Gourmand fragrances. So the fall weather has officially hit New Jersey. It is brisk, there's a cool breeze, the leaves are falling, and we are in full-on fall mode. So for me, that means comforting, cozy, sweet scents, Gourmand scents. So I have so many Gourmand fragrances in my collection, you guys. So I'm gonna break them down into various videos. We're gonna have designer Gourmands, some niche Gourmands. In today's video, these Gourmand fragrances happen to be all fragrances that you can save up to 50% off of on the So Avant-Garde website because I am having a sale this weekend. So the majority of the fragrances on this list, you'll be able to save 40% off, and a select few, you'll be able to save 50% off. Please check the description box and also the text overlay on the screen because it will specify what's going to be 40 and what's 50 and what have you. So if you want to know about some sweet, yummy Gourmand scents for fall, then please continue to watch. Guys, before we get started with the video, please make sure you like this video, thumbs it up so YouTube knows you love my content, leave me a comment down below so we can get to know each other, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Okay, you guys, so from the 31st of October to the 3rd of November, I'm having my sale on soavantgarde.com. You'll be able to save 40 and 50% off of select fragrances. Please check the description box and the text overlay on the screen for details. Okay, you guys, so let's start with the first fragrance. This fragrance was purchased by me at Neiman Marcus when I first smelled this fragrance maybe about 6 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. 4 to 5 years ago, I fell head over heels in love. This fragrance immediately took me to Jamaica, my homeland. And speaking of Jamaica, if you guys have any friends, family, or loved ones there, I'm keeping you all in my prayers. So this first fragrance, you guys, reminds me of a Jamaican rum cake. The holiday season is fastly coming upon us, and this is a time in the Christmas season and the New Year season when Jamaicans love them some rum cake. You guys, the moment I smelled Side Effects by Initio, it literally put me in the mind of a Jamaican rum cake. If you know, you know. So if you haven't ever smelled a Jamaican rum cake, this fragrance basically smells like rum. There's no rum listed in this fragrance, but it basically smells like a spicy rum with sweet icing. And it also has a little charred kind of nuance to it as well. When I tell you, I'm obsessed. This fragrance is not super feminine. It's not super girly, frou-frou la-la. I don't think pink. When I'm wearing this fragrance, it doesn't smell like anything fluffy and sweet and vanilla, but it is very, very delicious. There's some Gourmand desserts that don't have to be sickeningly sweet, and this is definitely one of them, and I am obsessed. So in Side Effects, it opens up with rum, so there is rum. I didn't realize that there was actually a rum note in this fragrance, but there is rum. There's tobacco, cinnamon, saffron, sandalwood, and hedione. There's no fruity notes in this fragrance. There's no vanilla in this fragrance, but it still smells sweet. There's still something about it that has this sweet icing vibe about it, but it's also very, very rummy. And like I said, it smells like a Jamaican rum cake. And the rum cake is made up of fruits that's been drenched in rum for like a year. My aunt used to soak those fruits right after the holiday, and she would soak them for a whole entire year in Ray and Nephew rum and make a cake out of it. Y'all, this literally brings back so many memories. I love this fragrance. This is sweater weather fragrance. This is, you're going outside in the fall. You're about to enjoy some fall activities. You're going to be outside for a while, and you want a fragrance that's going to feel like a warm hug. You want a fragrance that's going to just wrap you up in its cozy, sweet, decadent warmth. And for me, it is Side Effect. You can save 40% off this weekend on So Avant-Garde using my discount code Aisha40. If it is in stock, I pray it's in stock because this one right here is a winner. Side Effects by Initio. Okay guys, so hear me out. If you've ever said to yourself, I want to smell like a caramel popcorn dessert, I got you covered. The House of Ouds What About Pop is giving you that caramel popcorn. You guys, I didn't have any idea that I would want to smell like a caramel popcorn. This literally smells like Crunch and Munch to me. The one in the blue box, the toffee flavored Crunch and Munch. Y'all, I love this, but it also has a florally, perfumey kind of vibe to it. But the popcorn scent is very, very prominent, but I love it. Apparently, this is my second fragrance that features popcorn. Well, the other fragrance doesn't feature popcorn, but it definitely smells like popcorn, and that's the Marc Jacobs fragrance, the Perfect Intense. That smells like popcorn, and I cannot get enough of it. This smells like popcorn, and I cannot get enough of it. In the fall, okay? When it comes to spring and summer, I don't want to smell What About Pop. I'm not even looking at this bottle. But when it comes fall season and cozy season, What About Pop is definitely in my rotation, and I am obsessed, okay? With a fragrance like this, you have to have a more unique style of fragrance taste. This is not for everybody. Everybody's not going to understand this fragrance, and everybody doesn't have to. This isn't for everybody, and sometimes I like fragrances that aren't for everybody. The caramel popcorn smells really, really good on my skin, and I cannot get enough of it. So in this fragrance, it opens up with popcorn, caramel, and hawthorn. Then we have whipped cream, Madagascar vanilla, and night blooming jasmine. And in the base, we have ebony, benzoin, musk, there's ambergris, and Madagascar vetiver. You guys, very unique. It is not for everybody. It's not a safe blind buy. If you're someone who likes very straightforward fragrances, if you're someone who likes very safe fragrances, please, this is not for you. Even if you love gourmand fragrances, most people that love gourmand fragrances mainly like to smell like cake and vanilla and icing and maybe some marshmallows. But this type of a gourmand is very unique, and I definitely can appreciate it, especially when you have tons of fragrances that feature vanilla and whipped cream and all those more common notes when it comes to gourmand fragrances. Something like this for me is just hitting it out the park, and I love it. What About Pop by the House of Oud. Okay, so the next fragrance is for my girlies that love sweet vanilla fragrances. This is by New Notes, and this is Caramello Vanilla. So this is definitely a vanilla gourmand scent. It's more than a vanilla fragrance because this has dulce de leche, it has caramel. I'm gonna tell you all the notes, but it's primarily a vanilla fragrance, but it is very, very sweet. I love it. It also has, not even gonna lie to you, it has like a synthetic kind of vibe to it. But I love it. Who says synthetic was bad? I don't need all of my vanilla fragrances to smell so realistic. You know what I'm saying? This has a synthetic vibe to it, but I love it. It's sweet, it's kind of powdery, it's vanilla, and it's perfect for this time of the year. So this opens up with caramel and vanilla flower. Then we have dulce de leche, cotton candy, and the cotton candy is very prominent in this scent. There's also white flowers, frangipani, vanilla pod, tonka bean, and musk. I'm gonna say that the cotton candy is what I'm smelling that's giving it a synthetic vibe, because the cotton candy in this fragrance is very, very realistic. And if you guys know anything about cotton candy, even though it's sweet, it also has this kind of synthetic plasticky vibe to it, because what is cotton that turns into a hard candy when you wet it? It has to be some type of a chemicals or something. So it definitely smells like that in this fragrance. So if you're someone that loves vanilla, if you love sweet fragrances, then Caramello Vanilla is for you. And like I said, it's perfect for this time of the year. So this next gourmand scent is for my gourmand lovers that love to smell lemony, lemon cake, lemon pie, lemon meringue, lemon gourmands. One of my favorite categories of gourmand fragrances. And Acro's Bake hit it out the park. When I tell you this lemon is very prominent, the scent of cake and vanilla and caramel and booze. There's actually rum in this fragrance as well. This is so sexy. It is a sexy, yummy, decadent gourmand, and I am so here for it. As you can see by this dent, I love me my Acro Bake, okay? This fragrance opens up with lemon zest, so it's very lemony. It's almost like the oil in the skin of the lemon, which is the zest, but it's very prominent with that lemon scent. Then we have rum, whipped cream, and pralines. And then in the base, we have bourbon vanilla and brown sugar. It is sweet, it's yummy, it's decadent. It smells like a lemon cake or a lemon bar, but the lemon is so prominent, it's boozy. It's sexy. It is everything, okay? If you love lemon gourmand profiles, you need Acro Bake. It lasts forever on the skin. It projects. It is just beautiful. You will be surrounded by a beautiful lemon pastry all day. So this next fragrance is another one from my unique fragrance lovers. This one is giving you a peanut butter banana bread. Okay, I know that sounds crazy. Peanut butter banana bread, but yes, the House of Ouds Les Explicites is giving you this toasty, kind of charred banana bread with peanut butter, and I'm here for it. This isn't something that I want to smell like all the time, okay? It's definitely an acquired scent, and it's definitely one that I'm not reaching for often. Like, this isn't gonna be a signature scent. This isn't something that I'm wearing. I mean, I could wear it multiple times of the week. It just depends on how I feel. But this is one that I have to be in the mood for. But when you look at fragrances as an art and as an expression, something like this is needed in the collection, because for me, it's just an expression of how I feel at that moment. And I love the fact that fragrances can do that. You can express yourself with your hair, with your nails, with your outfit, and also your fragrance and your makeup. I mean, you can express yourself in so many different ways, but I love the way that we can express ourselves with our fragrances. Whenever I say to myself, self, I want to smell like a peanut butter banana bread today, it's gonna be this one for me. Now, when it comes to the peanut butter, when I first got this fragrance, I was so perplexed because, hello, peanut butter, I don't have any fragrance in my collection that features a note of peanut butter. I mean, there's almonds and almond butter, but I've never ever smelled peanuts or peanut butter in a fragrance. So I did not know how I was going to react to this fragrance. And when I got this fragrance, it was over the summer. I sprayed it in the summer, and this is not for the summer, okay? When I smelled it, I was just in sweet, fruity, floral fragrance mode. So as it started to cool down, I was like, you know what, let me revisit this fragrance, because this is totally a fall fragrance in my opinion. And you guys, when I smelled it, I fell in love. I fell in love with the peanut butter banana bread. It is so different. It's so unique. When I say do not ever even think to utter a blind buy with this. Try to get your nose on it, try to get a sample, or if you're someone that loves super unique different fragrances, then you can go on ahead and blind buy it. But if not, please stay away, okay? This one opens up with ylang ylang and lemon zest. Then we have banana, peanut butter, bread, and spices. And in the base, we have violet, musk, amber, and fruits. When I tell you, I will never understand this note breakdown. Like, I will literally never understand how when they got in the lab, they was like, give me some fruits, give me some spices, give me some lemon, give me some peanut butter, and give me some banana. Like, what were y'all thinking? But this fragrance is beautiful. It is a beautiful expression of art. And I know that when they created this fragrance, they were definitely in their unique art bag, because you have to be. This fragrance is not for everybody, and that is okay, but it is for me. Okay, you guys, so I know I've been talking a lot about some unique fragrances and fragrances that aren't for everybody, and fragrances that you have to have a certain type of fragrance appreciation to love. Well, I have something that's more normal, but it's definitely still a fun and unique fragrance, but it's one that I feel like most people will understand and love. This is by Parfums de Marly, and this is Oriana. Oriana gets so much hate within Fragcom, but I feel like this fragrance gets hate from all the girls that love very unique, more masculine leaning fragrances, and I do love those fragrances, but I have a side of me that can appreciate the frou frou la la, pinky pinky, fluffy fragrances as well. It's definitely a part of my personality. I have that alpha female boss chick personality, but then I have this very soft, very demure side of my personality, and that's the side that appreciates fragrances like Oriana. Oriana smells like a chantilly cream. It's sweet. There's orange blossom. It's fruity. It smells like vanilla. Why is my cap? Y'all see how hard it was for me to get the cap off? Y'all, this is a tester bottle, because I purchased 2 bottles of Oriana, and then this was sent to me by So Avant-Garde, so it's a tester. That's why my cap is kind of a little janky, but y'all, don't worry about that. Y'all bottle gonna be good and fine, okay? But Oriana is such a beautiful fragrance. It's feminine, it's sweet. This fragrance can be worn all year long. This can be a signature scent. Does it have remnants to Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian? A little. And I say a little because of the orange blossom and the vanilla, so you're definitely gonna get that kind of vibe. But this fragrance, to me, is fresher, it's fruitier, it's brighter. Love Don't Be Shy by Killian is more warm and a little bit more cloying, but I love that. But this one has a more bright, fresh nature to it, but it definitely has this fluffy chantilly cream dessert kind of vibe as well, and I love it. So Oriana has mandarin orange, bergamot, and grapefruit. And that's why it's more bright, because it definitely has all these citruses in the opening, the mandarin orange, the bergamot, and the grapefruit. And in the heart, we have orange blossom, raspberry, and black currant. Raspberries are sweet, but it also has a tartness to it as well. So it's also adding to that freshness in this fragrance. But in the base, that's when it gets super sweet and super fluffy, and I love it. There's marshmallows, whipped cream, musk, and ambrette. You guys, this fragrance is one of my favorite fragrances. It's a for life fragrance. I'm on my 3rd bottle. Like I said, I purchased 2 bottles with my own coins. This is a tester bottle, as you can see. I always want this kind of fragrance in my collection because there's days when I want to smell sweet and feminine and girly. I don't always want to smell like Initio Side Effect. I don't want to go to bed smelling like Initio Side Effect. I will go to bed smelling like Oriana. I don't always want to have this persona of boss chick, alpha female. I can build a house, I can build a car and break it down and change a tire. I don't want to do that all the time because honestly, I'm not even that girl all the time. The majority of the time, I'm living in my soft girl era, and fragrances like Oriana is a backdrop for that. Oriana by Parfums de Marly. So the next fragrance on today's list doesn't smell like any particular dessert, but the honey in Hysterica is so gorgeous, it needs to be studied. The way I love this fragrance, you guys, this features bubble gum and honey. There's also plum and some other notes, and I will share with you all the notes, but the main characters of this fragrance is the bubble gum and the honey. A honeyed bubble gum fragrance. I mean, if they didn't make this fragrance for me, I don't know what they did. You guys, this fragrance smells so good, but you have to love the scent of honey. And honestly, let me retract that. You don't necessarily have to love the fragrance of honey, because when it comes to honey and fragrances, the scent of honey sometimes can just turn me all the way off from a fragrance. But in this fragrance, it's done so beautifully. And I feel like paired with that powdery bubble gum, it is so gorgeous. And when I say powdery bubble gum, imagine like a super bubble, like one of those bubble gums that have that powdered sugar on top. So you're smelling the bubble gum and you smell the sugar, but it also has this powdery aspect to it. That is what I get with this fragrance. And you guys, it is everything. It is perfect for this time of the year. You can also wear it in the spring, because I've worn this fragrance in the spring, but I feel like fall and winter is the time that this fragrance is going to shine because it is very sweet. So in Hysterica, it opens up with honey, plum, and white pepper. Very different, right? Then we have bubblegum, tuberose, and gardenia. And in the base, we have rosewood, vanilla, liqueur, and benzoin. Sometimes I have to wonder, what are these perfumers and the creative directors behind these fragrances thinking when they're in the lab? Because who says, let me add some honey, plum, bubblegum, and white pepper? Like, where did the white pepper come from? Where does the benzoin come from? Well, I mean, I guess I can understand the benzoin, but the white pepper is throwing me off. But in the fragrance, you guys, it smells incredible. It smells so good. This fragrance lasts on the skin. It projects, it gets compliments. I feel so super sexy when I'm wearing it, and I'm just obsessed. Gritty Hysterica. So the next fragrance on the list doesn't remind me of any particular dessert. However, if you love the scent of marshmallows, if you cannot get enough of marshmallows, Marshmallow and Lavender by Banana Republic needs to be in your cart. It's also going to be 50% off this weekend. Yes, 50% off. And I raved about this fragrance to you guys maybe about a month or 2 ago when I got this fragrance. And if y'all didn't get it then, now is your chance, because 50% off, you cannot beat that with a stick. And when I tell you, the marshmallow in this fragrance is doing everything that it needs to do. The name of this fragrance is Marshmallow and Lavender. It doesn't have any other name. Marshmallow is in the name of the fragrance because it is so strong with the marshmallow. Now, the lavender in this fragrance, for me, is just giving it a freshness and just making it not as sweet and as cloying. Otherwise, it would probably smell like a one-note fragrance. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm so over the one note fragrances. So give me some marshmallow, and I want to smell the marshmallow, but give me some other things there in between. So this fragrance opens up with marshmallow, vanilla, and peach. Then in the heart, we have lavender and jasmine. And in the base, we have sugar and musk. Do you see why we needed the lavender in the heart? It needed to anchor and balance out all of the sweetness from the marshmallow, the vanilla, and the sugar. You guys, this fragrance is gorgeous. It is perfect to wear on its own. It's very cute on its own. But when I tell you, layering with this fragrance is everything. If you want to add a little pop of sugary sweetness to any layering combo, when I tell you, marshmallows go with so many fragrances. I'm definitely in my marshmallow bag right now, you guys. I've been loving marshmallow, and when I tell you, this smells so good. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. 50% off of a beautiful fragrance. It's an original creation. It's not a dupe of anything. The bottle is beautiful. The scent lasts. I mean, you can't beat that. So the next Gourmand fragrance is another Frou Frou La La girly fragrance, but it's so yummy. It actually smells like roses that you can eat. Edible roses. Yes, you guys. Acro Crush. You guys know when I smelled this fragrance, I was literally head over heels. It's the chocolate in this fragrance. It's the pralines in this fragrance. It's the rose in this fragrance. If you're a rose girl, but you also love your gourmands, you need this fragrance. This is a rose gourmand if I have ever smelled one. I mean, I just want to eat every single last one of these rose petals. You guys, it is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Another one. It's not for everybody. It's an acquired scent, but she is for me, okay? This fragrance opens up with almonds and lychee, Bulgarian rose in the heart of the fragrance. Then in the base, we have praline and vanilla. It is so sweet, so yummy, but it smells floral because you definitely smell the rose, but the rose is surrounded by chocolates and almonds and pralines, and it is so, so yummy. I'm obsessed with this fragrance, Acro Crush. This next fragrance smells like a cherry apple pie with crushed almonds on the top. And I just made myself hungry. First of all, I've been hungry doing this whole dang video. You guys, Latte di Cherry by New Notes gives me a cherry apple pie with crushed almonds on top. Now, there's no apples listed in this fragrance, but something about it smells like an apple pie to me. It literally smells like a cherry apple pie with almonds on top. And I don't know if that's even a thing. Is cherry apple pie a thing? I know my back is big, but I don't know every single dessert. So I guess it's not that big. So if you guys have ever had a cherry apple pie, let me know. But that's what this smells like to me. It smells like a cherry apple pie with some crushed almonds on top. And I literally want that right now. Latte di Cherry is a beautiful cherry fragrance. The cherry is the star of the show. The cherry is very prominent, but it also has some other nuances to it. And let's try to dissect this fragrance, because why do I smell apples? So it opens up with cherry, almond, red berries, and sweet orange. Could it be the red berries? Maybe it's the red berries. Did they mean red apples and not red berries? And then we have spices. That's where I'm getting the apple pie from as well. It smells like an apple pie with cinnamon. So we have spices, jasmine, ylang ylang, and Turkish rose. And in the base, we have tonka bean, vanilla, sandalwood, musk, amber, and vetiver. You guys, this is a cherry apple pie with almonds. I don't know what it is. There's apples in here and they ain't telling me, and they're making me feel like I'm going crazy. But trust me when I tell you, I love this. It's perfect for fall. This is literally fall in a bottle. You have your cherries, you have your apples, you have your cinnamon. Even though it doesn't say cinnamon, it says spices, but I'm feeling like it's some cinnamon up in them spices. I love this fragrance. It's very sweet, so you have to love very sweet fragrances. It doesn't smell like Lost Cherry or any of the other cherry fragrances that I've ever featured. I love this. Latte di Cherry by New Notes. You guys, this next fragrance had me at hello, hi, how you doing? This is by the makers of Gritty, and this is called Choix. That's the name of the brand. I might be saying it wrong, okay? But it's spelled Choix. But the name of the fragrance is Une Nuit. You guys, look at this bottle. Can we just get just a little moment of commotion for this bottle? These gold tassels, it doesn't come off. This does not come off. It's not like something that's wrapped around that it can be pulled off. This isn't going anywhere. The luxuriousness of this bottle, I mean, I can't even deal. It's like an ombre gold. It's super heavy. It is so gorgeous. But let's talk about the fragrance inside. Okay, so I'm not even gonna hold y'all, but this is for my girls that love the scent of Baccarat. But hear me out, okay? Because before you say, why not just get Baccarat? Let me finish telling you about the fragrance. This fragrance smells like Baccarat, okay? And when I first received the fragrance, I sprayed it and I was like, are you kidding me? This smells like Baccarat. And I put the fragrance down and kept it pushing. Then about maybe 2 minutes later, I started to smell something edible. And when I tell you, for the life of me, I could not figure out what it was. I was in my house, in my closet, walking around like, what is that scent? And then I just smelled myself and I'm like, I sprayed something that smelled like Baccarat. What is this? Is it my body cream? Is it my body chemistry? Like, what is this? So then I looked up the notes. You guys, this fragrance is basically, I'm gonna tell you the notes, but this fragrance is basically a chocolate Baccarat Rouge. Hello? Baccarat, and you guys know how much I love Baccarat, but Baccarat with chocolate? Oh, let me tell you the notes. This opens up with coconut, chocolate, and musk. Then in the base, we have coconut, we have powder, we have musk, we have whipped cream, we have chocolate, we have dates, we have cedarwood, we have vanilla, and we have musk. There's no saffron listed in this fragrance. There's no ambergris listed in this fragrance. I'm looking for why it smells like Baccarat. I can't find it. There's no saffron. Where's the ambergris? Where are those notes that make it smell like Baccarat? But it smells like a creamy, chocolatey version of Baccarat. And when I tell you I'm so here for it, I am so here for it, you guys. I love Baccarat's DNA. I mean, I feel like half the world loves Baccarat DNA because at one point Baccarat was that girl, but they made Baccarat a little bit more gourmand than the extrait because Baccarat did the extrait with almond. So it was like an almond, creamy almond Baccarat, and I love it. But this is taking it a step further. This is giving it that, and it definitely has like an almond kind of scent to it as well. But this is giving it a creamy, chocolatey nuance to the Baccarat. So if you're someone that loves the scent profile of Baccarat, let's say you ran through your bottle of Baccarat, because I no longer have Baccarat in my collection because I finished 2 bottles of it. I still have maybe this much of the extrait left. But if you love that DNA, that scent profile of Baccarat, but you also love your gourmands, if you love chocolate in your fragrances, then you need the chocolate Baccarat, okay? And you can save 50% off this whole entire brand this weekend. There's another fragrance that I'll speak about in another video that I love from this brand, but the other ones to me kind of gave a very oudi, very rich Middle Eastern vibe, and I'm here for it, but on my skin, it was giving a little bit more masculine that I would prefer. But this one and the one that I'm going to talk about in another video have my whole entire heart, especially this one. I love the chocolate Baccarat. That's what I'm calling it. The name is Une Nuit, okay? But I'm calling her chocolate Baccarat. The last fragrance on today's list doesn't remind me of any particular dessert, but it is definitely edible smelling. This smells so good. It features pineapple and strawberry. And yes, when you hear pineapple, you're thinking something tropical or summer, but no, not in Pop Heart by Plume Impressions. Now, this fragrance, the full bottle, may be out of stock, but what is in stock is the, I believe this is like a 30 ml. No, this is a 15 ml. So if you have this fragrance, then I would say get the 15 ml to throw in your purse and travel with if you're going on vacation, or if you just want to travel with your fragrance, if you travel with decants, this is the perfect thing to get. And it's also going to be, I believe, 50% off or maybe 40. I'm not sure. Check the description box. box because I'll definitely have more information in the description box. But you guys, let's talk about this scent of Plume Impressions Pop Heart. This fragrance, like I said, is yummy. It's fruity and sweet. It's basically like your sweet, fruity vanilla caramel fragrance. It's one that I feel like most people would love. It's, I don't want to say mass appealing because it definitely has a uniqueness to it, but I feel like most people would love this fragrance. There's nothing about this fragrance that when I smell it, it smells overly unique. It just smells beautiful and yummy. So it opens up with pineapple, strawberry, and apple. So very fruity. So if you love fruity fragrances, you'll love this. In the heart, we have raspberry, magnolia, and rose. And then in the base, we have caramel, vanilla, and musk. So Pop Heart, you guys, if you're someone that loves fruity florals, but sweet, decadent, gourmand fruity florals, then try this one out. I feel like you'll love this. I don't think anybody is not really gonna love it unless you don't love sweet fragrances, unless you don't love fruity floral fragrances. But if you're a fruity floral girl, I feel like you'll love this fragrance. And if the bottle isn't in stock, then get the 15 ml of Pop Heart by Plume Impressions. All right, guys, we made it to the end of the video. Leave it in the comments below and let me know what are some gourmand fragrances that you're wearing this fall, and what on my list do you feel like you want to get? Are you going to shop the sale? Let's talk about it below like we always do. Remember, guys, to stay safe, be great, stay great, and always strive for greatness. AI the Great signing out, but I'll see you in my next video. Peace.